Hello, everyone. Now, this is going to be a special episode of, well, this isn't really a Let's Play. This is more me just showing off, but this is my game, Generic Zombie Shooter. I've been working on this for quite some time. To be honest, I started it just before Halloween of 2012, but I really underestimated what I needed to know to complete the game, and I just kind of got discouraged and dropped the project for a while, but then I picked it up a couple months ago and 2 months straight nonstop programming and I finally finished it. So here is the final product and I hope you enjoy. Let's go. Now, there isn't any background music because, to be honest, I mean, it was already hard enough just making the sound effects because I suck at sound. But you have this large field with a very poorly drawn tiling grass in the background, and there's a flashlight effect, and you get zombies coming in waves at you. All right. So just collected a health pack. Now you start off with just a pistol, and to be honest, the pistol kind of sucks, but you won't be stuck with it for very long. So now I faced a lot of challenges just with the sound for this game because the sound was so much of a pain in the ass to get working. I mean, I can't tell you how many different ways I tried to play the sound before I finally just decided to say screw it and I used an external library, which was a first for me because I don't know why, but I wanted to use core language to get this to work, but let's face it, Java's core sound API is terrible. So enough rambling. Now let me show you the store where you can buy weapons. I can't really afford anything right now save for maybe a flare, but here are the different weapons. We have the RTPS, which stands for the Rudy Tooty Point and Shooty. Yes, that is its actual name. It's just an assault rifle. It has a capacity for 300 bullets and it costs $1,000. Then you have the Boomstick, which is the shotgun, the Flammenwerfer, which is the flamethrower, the hand eggs, which are just grenades, flip-flops, which are landmines, shiny sticks, which are, like I just said, they're flares, laser wire. It's pretty self-explanatory. You place two nodes on the field and it creates a laser between them. Anything that touches them takes damage. This one I probably should have ironed out some kinks with because I'm not really satisfied with the damage it does and the time between the damage, but oh well. Then we have the sentry gun, which, to be honest, I think is my favorite weapon. It was the most fun for me to code. It, it's exactly what it says it is. You place one, and for 60 seconds, it'll shoot at anything that comes within range. And then you have the big red button, and that one's a mystery. I'm not going to tell you what it does, so you want to know, you got to play my game. I'll put a link in the description so you can download it. So, let's get back to the game. And during testing, I had a lot of people, even after releasing the game, I had a lot of people telling me that the dogs are just too powerful. And I kind of agree, but when you've playtested the game like 100 times, or, well, more than that, but when you've playtested the game so much, really nothing is that difficult for you. I mean, if you can't beat your own game, then you just probably shouldn't be developing. Here's a new enemy that appears on wave 5. Acid zombie. They spit acid at you. I should probably shut up because I'm getting my ass kicked. Alright. You noticed my EXP bar just reset because I just leveled up. And here's power up for invincibility. So let's go ahead and spend that. We've got 1 point to spend. I think I'm going to spend it on health since I'm getting my butt kicked. So we've got 50 extra health now, topping out at 200 rather than 150. And I'm kind of worried here. I just got an exception in the console for the game. I'm just going to ignore that because I spent too much time developing this game already. I don't care. Maybe if enough people bitch about it, I'll eventually make a patch for it, but yeah, so I should have enough money by now, so let's go ahead and buy the RTPS, the Rudy Tooty Point and Shooty. And we'll buy a little bit of ammo for it. I'm also going to buy a grenade, just in case. So let's switch over to the... You can use the scroll wheel to scroll between the weapons. Okay, that's another exception. I'm getting kind of worried here. I gotta say the performance for this game is crap. I didn't do a whole lot of optimization, and I mean, I probably should have used a different graphics API, but I mean, it was my first game. What do you want? Oh, we get an ammo crate. We've leveled up again. I don't have enough points for health, unfortunately. I'm going to need one more point for that. So I think I'm going to put one into speed, though it's not really noticeable until you get up to 5, which is unfortunate. You know, in hindsight, I probably should have made an option here available to buy health packs, but that probably would have been overpowered. Because then when you get later in game, you have a lot of money, you can just buy all of them. Alright, so let's give another weapon a try. Let's get the Flammenwerfer. It's a flamethrower. Now, this one was one of my favorites, but I had a lot of people teasing me about the graphics for it, saying that the flames looked like oranges. Ah, we got a new enemy. These guys basically you kill them. Oh shit! Wow. Okay, so I guess I'm not going to get to show you any of the bosses because I died on ending on wave 10. That's not good. The final zombie type appears on wave 20, but the bosses start appearing on wave 15, appearing every 15 waves. So I've killed 141 zombies, ended on wave 10. I used 9 med kits and 3 ammo crates. That is not good. So I hope you enjoyed this crappy little demonstration of my game. There is a bit more content. There's 3 boss types. One is the Aberration, which is just a giant tentacle-like monster which shoots a whole bunch of acid at you, kind of like the acid zombies, but in a whole bunch of different directions. So it's kind of hard to dodge. The others is the Zombat. The Zombat is a little interesting, but they're kind of plain looking because I didn't add an effect for their special ability. And that special ability is they appear in swarms, and when they attack you, when they get within range of you, they drain your health to replenish their own. And I wish I had added a particle effect, like blood coming off of you and going to them, but I didn't get around to it. So, You know, maybe I'll add it in a future patch if I decide to come back and work on this game, but it's unlikely. The funny thing about the Zombats, though, is that I actually was suggested the idea for the Zombat by my friend Mage, who suggested that I make a zombie that flaps its arms rapidly to try to fly. And that's exactly what I did. And they look ridiculous, but I thought it was hilarious, so I put it in the game. So thanks, Mage, for the idea. And the final boss type was actually inspired by it was kind of inspired by patchwork from World of Warcraft, but also by some similar character from, I think, Dota 2. I don't know what he's called, but I call him Stitches, and he looks kind of like a sewn together zombie of various different parts. And you know, he's a big hulking guy. He's really strong, but he's not very fast. And if you get too close to him, he'll actually poison you until you get away from him. And that poison aura is very strong. But the kicker is that every once in a while he'll throw a hook at you, which he'll use to reel you in closer to him. And when you're hooked, you cannot move away from him because his pull is too strong. Even when you have your speed maxed out, it's specifically meant to pull you in no matter what your speed is. So he's very deadly. He was one of my favorites. But other than that, there's really not much more to this game other than Big Mama, which is the final zombie type that you didn't get to see because I suck. She's basically just a disgusting kind of like boomer type, but female. And if you don't kill her fast enough, she'll explode into a swarm of tiny zombies. And that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully I won't take another year to create another game worth looking at. So there you go. See you guys.